Steel changes shape and heat. So do I. I know what it's like when the lungs burn raw, when the weight bites back and the room goes small. There's a panic in my chest at all, that's the furnace waking behind the wall. Shaking the veins cold in the stare, I don't beg mercy from the air. Every hard breath got a sharp and flare. Every old wound taught me how to bear. No polished path in the life I made, had to drag that blade through a darker shade. Every set I bled through forged the frame, not pain itself, gotta use my name. Bar on the back like a loaded sin, still I lock the core and drive it in. No quick phrasing, the lane was within, I turn heavy resistance into discipline. Let it glow, let it sting, let the pressure do its work. Furnace mentality, melt that doubt, burn weak patterns from the inside out. Every rep like a strike on, no, I come back harder than before. Furnace mentality, smoke and flame, I get refined when the pressure came. No soft edge left when the sparks start fly, I don't ask why. I intensify, I intensify, I intensify. Yeah, I've been down where the hope went thin, where the mirror looked cold and the light stayed dim, till I stacked one day on top of one to the version they bury. Stop breathing within, at a sub-bass roll like a blast door slam, and the whole room catch what I became. No handout, strength in a chest like mine, had a mind that nerve through a brutal climb. Legs on fire and the grip half torn, still I move like a second form. Every setback ever thrown became hot coals that my will stood on. How to romanticize hard days, I weaponize them in cleaner ways. That's why my voice sound heat engraved like a warning sign carved into a blade. Some men want comfort, some men want power. The distance between those two is measured in heat. Burn it off, burn it clean, burn it till the weakest shape is insane. Furnace mentality, melt that doubt, burn weak patterns from the inside out. Every rep like a strike on, no, I come back harder than before. Furnace mentality, smoke and flame, I get refined when the pressure came. No soft edge left when the sparks start fly, I don't ask why. I intensify, I intensify. I wasn't protected by fire, I was introduced by it. Low frequencies crawling through the structure. You don't hear it first, you feel it. Sub-bass rumble like tectonic plates, pressure stacking at a brutal rate. Every breath thick, every movement weight. I was built inside the state. Ribcage shaking when the cake collide. Every step echo amplified. No escape when the force applied. It's the zone where the weak divide. Concrete cracking under loaded feet. Sweat drip heavy with the rising heat. Every second turn into repeat. Pain and power finally meet. Buckles white on the steel grip bar. Vision narrow, but I push that far. No retreat, no matter where you are. I convert pressure to who you are. Adrenaline flooding through every vein. No control, just control pain. Every drop turn in the gate. I don't break, I sustain. No signal, no warning, just pressure forming. Feel it hit like a seismic wave. Everything you built starts to cave. No control when the system bends. Only those who adapt ascend. Let it crash, let the structure fall. Stand inside it, outlast it. No escape when the ground explode. Welcome to the overload. Heartbeat sync with a heavy kick. Every rep feel like a loaded hit. No hesitation, I commit. That's the difference, I don't quit. Muscle tearing, but I stay aligned. Pain translated in a sharper mind. Every doubt left far behind. I redefine what you define. Grip tighter when the pressure rise. No collapse when the system fries. Every second optimize. I weaponize what you internalize. Sweat flood down like a breaking dam. Every movement built to withstand. You see limits, I expand. That's the part you don't understand. I don't chase, I become. Every strike like a war drum. You slow down, outrun. I don't stop till it's done. Everything goes silent, then impact multiplies. No breath, no pause, no mercy in these laws. No breath, no pause, no mercy in these laws. No fear, no doubt, only force breaking now. Force breaking world starts to cave. No retreat when the pressure grow. I don't bend, I overload. Let it crash, let it tear apart every beat. Hit the core of your heart, no collapse when I take control. This is seismic dominance mode. You don't survive this level. You evolve or disappear. Listen. That's not noise. That's pressure. Heartbeat hitting like a steel drum crack. Low end rumble make your ribcage snap. Breath gets heavy but I don't collapse. I turn pressure into cardiac attacks. Concrete shaking when I step inside. Every move locked, every thought precise. No hesitation, no second tries. I don't chase wins, I normalize. Blood in my mouth, I taste the fight. Lungs on fire but I hold it tight. Pain don't break me, it's sharp in sight. I cut through limits like a blade through light. No pulse control, no exit route. You feel that way, that's truth. Let it hit, feel your chest cave in. Baseline strike like a war within. No retreat, no surrender code. This is pressure overload. Say less, let the body speak. Every rep make the weak go weak. Crack the floor when the system blows. Welcome to the overload. Adrenaline spike, no room to breathe. Every second got his teeth in me. Back against it, still I lean. Built from damage you've never seen. I don't flinch when the tension rise. I don't fold when the system fries. Every doubt gets sterilized. I weaponize what you internalize. Knuckles split, but I grip that bar. Vision blurred, but I push that far. You call it pain, I call it star. That's the difference in who we are. Silence drops, and the whole world detonates. Chest cave in, baseline strike like a war within. No retreat, no surrender code. This is pressure overload. Say less, let the body speak. Every rep make the weak go weak. Crack the floor when the system blows. Welcome to the overload. No signal. Only pressure. Mind first. Then movement. Then damage. Every thought sharpened to a surgical edge. No loose signal hanging off the ledge. I don't drift when the pulse runs red. I align every strike with the words in my head. Neural sparks in the lacking grid. No wasted motion in what that did. Every choice clean, every instinct clear. Till the pressure came and the beast outlived. Tunnel vision under iron skies. No static left in the inner lines. You see chaos, I see design. I make violence move on time. No crowd noise enters this state. No weakness gets through that gate. I don't guess and I don't debate. I'll weaponize concentration at a lethal rate. No blur, no drift. No mercy for distraction. Neural warpath. Mind like steel, every target locked and real. No collapse when the stakes ignite. I cut through noise and enter sight. No warpath. Signal clean, every move exact, every angle mean. When the pressure spikes, I don't slow down. I turn pure focus into a crown. Aye. Into a crown. Aye. Aye. Heart rate higher, but the rush stays even. I don't panic, I process demons. Every scar I kept beat, my reason. Now I train like survivals, always in season. Cold discipline in the jawline set. Every failure file still logged in sweat. No day off from a debt like this. I pay it back with a clenched fist risk. I hear the sob and the whole room fades. Just path impact and sharpened blades. No room left for delayed upgrades. I evolve on contact through burning waves. You call it stress, I call it proof that the strongest code gets built in the truth. When the body screams, I raise the roof and I make that pain produce clarity under pressure. That's the edge. No fog, no lag, no room in the mind for fear. Neural warpath, mind like steel. Every target locked and real. No retreat when the current spikes. I was built for brutal height. Neural warpath, signal clean. Every move exact, every instinct mean. When the pressure spikes, I don't break down. I turn cold focus into a crown. Hey. Into a crown. Hey. Silence the noise. Aim the force. Proceed. Hey. When everybody falls, somebody still has to stand. This somebody is me. Yeah. I know the room when the pressure shift. How eyes go hollow when the shoulders dip. That's why I rise with a tightened grip and turn one hard breath into a battleship. No backup voice in the head I own. No borrowed nerve in the marrow bone. Every mile I walk was over stone. Now my whole sound hit like a dethroned throne. Baseline hard like a final call. Every kick drum make the weak stand small. No safe place when the sub knows more. I came to stand as the last through all. Sweat in my lashes, blood in the lips. Still I hold form when the edges slip. No fake brave in a life like this. Only testing nerve and a clenched fist. Will no crowd left, no mass left. Only the one still moving. Last man loud when the ceiling drops. I don't fade when the heartbeat knocks. Every beat like a final round. I stay standing, heavier sound. Last man loud when the others go. I move forward through the falling smoke. When the world caves in and the frame gets bowed, I'm still here. Last man loud. I seen Ho get thin in the midnight gym. Seen mirrors lie and the lights go dim. Still I call the doubt out limb by limb. To the iron itself started trusting him. No fancy line in the code I keep. Just brutal truth in a debt that's deep. Every failure buried beneath my feet. Every comeback sounded like concrete. I don't scream for strength, I prove it slow. Through ugly days that nobody knows. Then the beat hits hard and the whole room knows there's a different type of blood that flows. Not born easy, not built for soft. Had to drag my name through the cud and fog. Now when I speak it comes off rough. Because I learned power, the air got tough. When the noise dies, listen for the one still breathing, still here. Still locked, still dangerous. Last man loud when the ceiling drops. I don't fade when the heartbeat knocks. Every beat like a final round. I stay standing, heavier sound. Last man loud when the others go. I move forward through the falling smoke. When the world caves in and the frame gets bowed, I'm still here. Last man loud. Last man loud. Not the first to talk, the last to fall. The concrete knows before the people do. Something heavy just arrived. Low and moving like a subway quake. Dust from the ceiling every time it breaks. Wrapped in the chest, got a dangerous weight. I don't pace fear, I accelerate. Boots on the floor with a predator step. Cold in the jaw, no room for regret. Every rap page in a private debt. Now the room feel tension before I sweat. I came through dark with a spinal wire. No soft dreams, just a harsher fire. Every bad hand raised me higher. Now my whole kid sounds like barbed wire. Hands locked down on a rough steel grip. Veins up high when the pressure hits. No weak flinch when the muscle split. After one more sit into a loaded script. No safe zone. No softer route. Only force finding force. Concrete post, feel the slab line jump. Every base hit land like a riot drum. No hush left when the floorboards moan. I make dead rooms feel overthrown. Concrete pulse through the legs and spine. That low and pressure got a life of mine. When the weak step off and the real ones stay, that's when the whole damn block obey. Eyes go there when the air gets thick. No panic, breath in a frame like this. Every egg got history in it. Every wound I kept turned strategic. No fake glory in the work I do. Only long nights and the brutal truth. Built my nerve with the light cut loose. Now I carry impact in the vocal booth. Back then silence that heavy as lead. Now the speakers crush for the doubt is said. Every low note stalk like dread. And the whole room move when I nod my head. I don't need the world to understand. I just need grip in the battle plan. Once I kick lands, I advance like the base itself is in command. No noise, just a deep vibration under everything. Through the floor, through the bone, through the part of you that can't pretend. Concrete post, feel the slab line jump. Every base hit land like a riot drum. No hush left when the floorboards moan. I make dead rooms feel overthrown. Concrete pulse through the legs and spine. That low end pressure got a life of mine. When the weak step off and the real ones stay, that's when the whole damn block obey. You don't just hear this. Too much noise, not enough truth. So I brought impact. Too much noise. Too much noise. Not enough truth, so I brought impact. Static in the head of a weaker man. Too many doubts in the signal band. I cut through all of that with command. Like a live wire wrapped in a battle plan. Sub-bass scared through the dead air space. Every kick put pressure on the whole damn place. No soft code in the way I pace. I rewrite limits with a darker face. I know confusion, I live that maze. Know what it means to get stuck for days. That's why I move with a clean the blade and cut old loops to the fog decays. Hair scarred up from the bars I pulled. Mind sharpened by the nights I stood. No miracle line in the life I took. Just work so heavy it changed my blood. Clear the signal, strip the lie. What remains is what can't fly. Overthrow the static, break the haze. I don't live trapped in recycled chains. Every beat clean at the rust and rock till the mind turns hard and the weak turns off. Overthrow the static, shock that grid. Kill old habits where they used to live. When the room goes loud and the falsehood drops, that's when real command unlocks. That's when real command unlocks. I don't worship comfort, I audit flaws. Put them on the low till I find the cause. Every misstep give me stronger laws. Now my whole voice sounds courtroom raw. The ceiling dips when the low notes roll. Like the building itself got a harder soul. No drift left in the way I go. Only direct force through the undertow. Every rep say purge that lag. Every breath say don't look back. Every scar I keep in the bag still reminds me who I had to attack. Not the world first, myself at war. The softer habits I can't afford. That's why when the bass hit the speakers roar, I move like I've done this before. Noise is cheap. no cost. Choose what survives the pressure. Strip it down, burn it clean. Leave no weak frequency in the machine. Overthrow the static, break the haze. I don't live trapped in recycled chains. Every beat clean up the rust and rot till the mind turns hard and the weak turns up. Overthrow the static, shock that grid, kill old habits where they used to live. When the room goes loud and the falsehood drops, that's where real commander locks. Every revolution is public. Some start in the chest. Listen close. That's not music. That's a march! Heartbeat banging like a raw drum line. Every step in sync with the brutal design. No soft pulse in a chest like mine. I was raised on strain and sharpened by time. Kick lands heavy in the spine, sit straight. Every breath like load in a second fate. No panic code in the state. I advance when the pressure escalates. Metal in the air and the room turns still, because discipline got a set in the wheel. Every rep uphill, every stare can kill, and I don't stop moving till the silence kneel. Came from hunger, came from dust, where trust runs thin and the stronger just. Now every low one hit sounds armored, and just like the soul itself came back for blood. No retreat, no white flag, only forward under pressure. War drum heartbeat, march through pain. Every strike make the room maintain. No collapse when the storm gets loud. I move through chaos, chest out proud. War drum heartbeat, hard and true. Every scar taught me what to do. When the bass hits low and the lights all shake, that's the sound of a will awake. Hey, hey, I don't need rage when my code runs deep. I got a code, a thing that never sleeps. Every vow I made, every debt I keep, echo through my frame when the bar gets steep. Jaw locked shut and the vision narrow. Mind like a blade in the drive like marrow. No lost motion and no blank sorrow. Only one more push till I own tomorrow. They can talk about struggle from polished rooms. I know what pressure does in unlit tombs. I know how hunger fills empty lungs and turns one heartbeat into 10 war drums. So when I stand and the whole floor shakes, no, that sound is years awake. Every line in me got forged in stakes. Now the room learns what a real man makes. This isn't panic. This is formation. Step, brace, breathe, advance. War drum heartbeat, march through pain. Every strike make the room maintain. No collapse when the storm gets loud. I move through chaos, chest out proud. War drum heartbeat, hard and true. Every scar taught me what to do. When the bass hits low, when the lights all shake, that's the sound of a will awake. Move with purpose, or get buried by it. Listen close. That's not music. That's a march! Like a war drum line, every step in sync with a brutal design. No soft pulse in a chest like mine. I was raised on strain and sharpened by time. Kick lands heavy in the spine, sit straight. Every breath like load in a second fate. No panic code in this inner state. I advance when the pressure escalates. Metal in the air and the room turns still, because discipline got a set in the wheel. Every rep uphill, every stare can kill, and I don't stop moving till the silence kneel. Came from hunger, came from dust, where trust runs thin and the stronger just. Now every low end hit sounds armored and just like the soul itself came back for blood. No retreat, no white flag, only forward under pressure. War drum heartbeat, march through pain. Every strike make the room maintain, no collapse. When the storm gets loud, I move through chaos, chest out proud. Heartbeat, hard and true. Every scar taught me what to do when the bass hits low, when the lights all shake. That's the sound of a willow wake. I don't need rage when my code runs deep. I got a code, a thing that never sleeps. Every vow I made, every debt I keep, echo through my frame when the bar gets deep. Jaw locked shut and the vision narrow, mind like a blade in the drive like marrow. No lost motion and no blank sorrow, only one more push till I own tomorrow. They can talk about struggle from polished rooms. I know what pressure does in unlit tombs. I know how hunger fills empty lungs and turns one heartbeat into 10 war drums. So when I stand and the whole floor shakes, know that sound is years awake. Every line in me got forged in stakes. Now the room learns what a real man makes. This isn't panic, this is formation. Step, brace, breathe, advance. War drum heartbeat. War drum heartbeat. War drum heartbeat. March through pain, every strike make the room maintain, no collapse. When the storm gets loud, I move through chaos, chest out proud. Heartbeat, hard and true. Every scar taught me what to do when the bass hits low, when the lights all shake. That's the sound of a willow wake. Move with purpose, or get buried by it. They thought the silence meant I was done. Nah, I was rebuilding in the dark. I know the sound of a door getting slammed, cold nights, no help, no blood in my hand. I know the weight of a world that doubts, that slow, that stare when the lights go out. I've been cracked by pressure, bent by strain. Felt sharp, still running straight through pain. Still I stood when the floor gave way. Still I move when the sky turned gray. No hand reached down when I hit that edge. No clean escape, no soft reset. Just one more breath and the jawline set. One more rep through the soaked up sweat. Everybody loves the rise they see. They never saw the war in me. Never saw those mornings I had to drag my soul back into life. So if I'm still here, under this load, through this fire, through this doubt, then I'm not finished. I don't quit when the world caves in. I go harder when the pain kicks in. Every scar got a reason now. Every loss built a season now. I don't stop when the air runs thin. I dig deeper, let the war begin. If I fall, I get up somehow. You can break the body, but I'm never out. I know the taste of a hopeless day when the mirror said I should walk away. When my chest felt heavy, my vision blurred, and every prayer died before a word. Still I train with the storm inside. Still I carried that fractured pride. Still I built from the dirt below. When the cold winds cut and the weak let go. No shortcut path in a life like this. No cheat code hiding inside that grip. Every ounce I got, I had to live with the same two hands and a bleeding grip. I took those failures they laughed about, turned each one to a louder route. Now when the bass hits the room, knows why I move like a man that refused to die. They can doubt, they can leave, they can talk, I still breathe. And as long as I breathe, I still fight. I don't quit when the world caves in. I go harder when the pain kicks in. Every scar got a reason now. Every loss built a season now. I don't stop when the air runs thin. I dig deeper, let the war begin. If I fall, I get up somehow. You can break the body, but I'm never out. There were nights I was down so low, no fire left to show. No big speech, no shining sign, just pure survival, one step at a time. That's the part that made me real. Not the wins, just how I heal. Not the crowd, not praise, not fame, just the will to stand in the flame. I got ghosts in my ribcage still, but they move when I say they will. Like I got pain in my bloodline deep, but I turn that ache into discipline. So when the weight comes back again, I don't ask if I ask when, because I know what I became every time I survive that pain. Listen, this ain't about hype. This ain't about looking strong. This is for the days when your soul feels heavy, your lungs burn, your hope gets quiet, and you still decide to take one more step. That step matters, that breath matters. You are not done just because it hurts. You are not finished just because it's hard. No surrender in my bloodstream. No collapse in my command. No retreat in my shadow. I still rise, I still stand. I don't quit when the world caves in. I go harder when the pain kicks in. Every scar got a reason now. Every loss built a season now. I don't stop when the air runs thin. I dig deeper, let the war begin. If I fall, I get up somehow. You can break the body, but I'm never out. I'm not gone when the lights burn low. I'm the pulse underneath the smoke. I come back when they count me down. You can hit me hard, but I'm never out. Not today. Not like this. As long as my heart still hits, I'm never out. One switch. Everything changes. One switch, everything changes. One, heart rate drop when the beat line wake. Adrenaline flood through the chest and frame. No halfway step when the lock point break. I hit trigger state and forget my name. Hands go tight on the iron grip. Jawline set on a hard commando. Slow thought in a moment like this. Only action clean as a bullet lands. Sub bass pumps like a blunt force wave. Whole room dip when the floorboards cave. No cheap thrill and the risk I crave. I was born to move when the pressure rages. Every breath a spark and the gas feel dark. Every breath a fuse to a hungry heart. No escape route when I hit that mark. Not the one pushing to a battlefield start. Don't call it anger, call it ignition. Trigger state when the wires go hot. No delay, no fear, no second shot. Every move straight through the smoke. I don't freeze when the whole frame trigger state. Every nerve awake, every doubt gets cut and flake. When the pressure peaks and the weak unfold, I move faster, cleaner, harder, cold. Move faster, cleaner, harder, cold. Strain, but the pace climbs higher. Legs don't shake, but the lungs catch fire. No retreat when the stakes go live. That's exactly where I feel alive. I know the edge and I know the cost. I know what it takes when the comfort's lost. Every line in me got battle crossed. Every engineer was brutally barred. No false calm in the pulse I own. Just a sharp response carved into bone. You ask why my whole voice sounds stone. Because I built it where panic was honed. The beat drops hard and the instinct's clear. No static, left no room for fear. Everything weak disappears right here. And the mission inside me gets severe. One breath, one lock, one irreversible decision. No drift, no freeze, no soft hand on the throttle. Trigger state. Trigger state. Trigger state. When the wires go hot, no delay, no fear, no second shot. Every move straight through the smoke. I don't freeze when the whole frame trigger state. Every nerve awake, every doubt gets cut and flake. When the pressure peaks and the weak unfold, I move faster, cleaner, harder, cold. Don't ask if I'm ready. Ask if the room is. Everybody talks about breaking points. I came here to remove mine. Glass in the mind, I replace it with steel. No soft fracture left in the wheel. Every time life swung, I learned the deal. Now my whole pace got a weapon feel. Heavy kick drum crack through the chest plate line. Low end pressure making dead eye shine. No loose nerve in the spine like mine. I train so stress starts looking divine. They try to cut the cracks in my frame. Didn't know everyone became strength with a name. Every fall fed a darker flame. Now the hurt itself get outperformed in the game. No drama talk, just harder proof. I built my nerve in the leaking roofs. Cold dawn session, split palm truth. That's how I turned out in the bulletproof. Try pressure, try weight. Try everything that buries soft, man. Shatterproof, strike that wall. I don't split when the ceilings fall. Every hit just shows what lasts. I stand harder through the blast. Shatterproof, no chip edge, no white flag and no weak pledge. When the room starts cracking under load, I'm the part that still holds. I know the stare of a quitting mind, that tiny drift when it's so resigned. I killed that version over time with repeated pain and a cleaner spine. Sub-bass surge through the sneaker soul like a deep black wave with a militant roll. No fake heart in the way I go. I built command in the undertow. It gets ugly, the jaw stay set. Vision narrow, shirt so wet. Still I move like a settled threat because I owe weakness, a brutal debt. No collapse sitting in the breath I draw. No mercy clause in the inner law. Every rap they settle the score and become the thing that pressure's for. Pressure doesn't expose me, it confirms me. Make noise. Unbreakable things make history. This wasn't given, it was stacked, stone by stone. Stone by stone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Basement nights with a freezing floor, dreams in the chest and a splintered door. No one clap when I wanted more, just echoes on in a private war. I laid one brick with a busted hand, another with rage I could barely stand. Every setback turned into a plan, every scar became part of the brand. No silver line, no lucky break, just long dark roads and a will awake. Every blade I lifted, every risk I take taught me what pressure is soaking tape. Now the bass hit heavy in the roof, I'm home, but I still remember the nights alone. That's why my voice sound cut from stone. I built this rise with a spine full grown. No shortcut, no crown by chance, only waiting repetition. Stone by stone, I built my throne out of hard nights nobody knows. Every crack got sealed with force, every bruise redirected course. Stone by stone, from dust to flame, I earned the right to say my name. When the whole world shakes under what I've grown, remember, I built it stone by stone. Now every room with a sub-bass roll, like the sound of revenge with a heart and soul. Every data from the past went cold when I walked back in with the back like steel. No handout, voice in the throat, I own no fake gold. In the life I've shown, every line I spit got marrow and bone. You can hear the miles in every tone. They were nice when the tank ran dry, when the mirror looked back with a dead man's eyes. Still I rose before the sun was high and taught my weakness how to die. So when I stand in the floorboard bend, no it didn't happen at the finish line. This was carved through loss and time, one hard layer at a time. Nothing sudden, only pressure, repeated until it became power. Brick after brick. to stone by stone. No shortcuts in this sound, only structure. Steel changes shape and heat. So do I. What it's like when the lungs burn raw, when the weight bites back and the room goes small. That's not panic in my chest at all, that's the furnace waking behind the wall. Heat in the veins, cold in the stare, hot don't beg mercy from the air. Every hard breath got a sharpened flare, every old wound taught me how to bear. No polished path in the life I made, had to drag that blade through a darker shade. Every set I bled through forged the frame, now pain itself, got to use my name. Bar running back like a loaded sense, till I lift the core and drive it in. No quick phrase in the language within, I turn heavy resistance into discipline. Let it glow, let it sting, let the pressure do its work. Work, work, work. Furnace mentality, melt that doubt. Burn weak patterns from the inside out. Every rep like a strike on no. I come back harder than before. Furnace mentality, smoke and flame. I get refined when the pressure came. No soft edge left. When the sparks start flying, I don't ask why. Intensify. I've been down with the hope ran thin, where the mirror look cold and the light stay dim. Still I stack one day on top of one, to the version they bury, stop breathing within. Now the sub-bass roll like a blast or slam, and the whole room catch what I became. No handout, strength in the chest like mine. Had to mind that nerve through a brutal climb. Legs on fire and the grip half torn, still I move like a second form. Every setback ever thrown became hot coals that my will stood on. Out of romanticize hard days, I weaponize them in cleaner ways. That's why my voice sound heat engraved like a warning sign carved into a blaze. Some men want comfort, some men want power. The distance between those two is measured in heat. Burn it off, burn it clean, burn until the weaker shade isn't soon. Melt that doubt, burn weak patterns from the inside out. Every rep like a strike on no. I come back harder than before. Furnace mentality, smoke and flame. I get refined when the pressure came. No soft edge left. When the sparks start fly, I don't ask why. I intensify. I wasn't protected by fire. I was introduced by it. Lights out. Now hear who really rules the dark. No neon mercy in this black out room, only bass in the air and the sun of doom. Every step I take make the silence move like a king returning to reclaim his tomb. Floorboard shiver under combat pace, shadow on my jaw, fire in my face. No crowd needed in this kind of place. I built up the throne out of pressure and hate. I came from corners where the hope was thin, where the cold got deep and the eyes boxed in. Now every beat sound like armored skin, and every breath I take feel dangerous again. No fake glow, no polished lies, only low and thunder and hunter eyes. You hear music, I hear a rise, a kingdom waking where the weak thing dies. No halo, no savior, just heavy air and instinct. Blackout, freedom about your doubt. I turn dead rooms into war grounds loud. Every hit make the shadows kneel. Every drop let the hungry feel. Blackout, kingdom, darkness, mine. I was built where the weak decline. When the lights go dead, I come alive. That's the hour I was designed to Cold sweat, slide down the spine tonight. Still I move with a predator sight. No cheap rage, just sharp and might. Every word I spit hit like a riot. They wanted fear, I gave them nerve. They wanted fall, I changed the curve. Every time I bled, I learned my worth. How I carry that storm like a second bird. Speakers growl and the roof gets low. Every kick drum cut like a heavy snow. No escape rope in this undertow. Only those with a ruthless engine go. I'm not here for applause or fame. I'm here to brand my mark and flame. Every loss I took got a name. And tonight